Alright. Well, saying online, there really isn't much about, there sure is a lot about people having these techniques used on them, but women getting a divorce and the husband does this. But I'm saying, what I'm looking for, what was taking place with me, this was coming from, well, at the base of it, you got my elderly father, the psychiatrist that it turned out he had a pre-existing relationship with, and the old lady, that's his wife. It is the three of them, without question, doing this whole set of behaviors, um, and covering all of it, I don't quite understand. I mean, I don't fully understand what its source is. I mean, I just, I don't, what was behind the scenes, I have no idea. But I'm saying it was all three of them. And then apparently then another psychiatrist became involved. So this is a family and psychiatrist situation where they're doing this to a person who's outnumbered. But they do make this point about that they don't care that the person is aware that they're doing it, and that's what happened, and they keep it up. And I don't know what to expect in the future. I mean, I wanted to see if there's anything here worth reading. I mean, it's nothing that I don't know, but I mean, I'll say that these kind of things, but geez, done by a psychiatrist and the family, they say it's at extreme risk for people with PTSD, and it is. It's happened 3 times now, because when you're dealing with this crowd with this selective amnesia, look, when I live with these neurological symptoms, I mean, people pretending nothing ever happened. This starts to cause seizures. Of course it would. And, it says it's an extremely effective way to gain mental control over someone because it makes them question their own sense of reality. There's a legal definition. It says it refers to a form of intimidation or psychological abuse where a false reality is projected onto the victim, the purpose being to make them doubt their own memory or perception. This being done though by the doctors and the family together like that, I mean, I've only read about that as happening in a cult-like type setting. Is for them, all of them to be projecting a fake reality in which abuse didn't occur, in which the person does not have a post-traumatic stress disorder, and in which the individual is much, much younger than they are. I never heard of that. And it's just too, when I had asked to go to a trauma, to be referred to a trauma therapist, and he did. He sent me to a therapist for little kids. There had children's books in the office, and little kids came out of the office, and there was a little kid therapist. I really didn't know what to make of that, what to make of it at all. But it says here, that's the impact. Induces self-doubt. See, this is the thing, right? It's not that it induces it, but a person who had these kind of PTSD symptoms, isolated, if someone's attempting to just project a fake reality, that just pretend everything's fine when they know, you can't possibly think that. I mean, just an incredible amount of fear, but you don't doubt. It's just that you're the only person that's in reality at that point. I mean, I could stay in touch with some of these people that have advised me to get an attorney and get the file, and I want to make a note about that to order the file. I think the files, the files from the place in Massachusetts and in Arizona, there's a lot of document, there's a lot of document, and that will be part of it. Of course, they don't, hopefully they capture this. I mean, it I'm sure it does say in there about the entering of my apartment and everything, but we'll see. We'll see. If I can get the file, if I can build up my own, they say build up your own record, your own. So I need the files, you know, and there are an awful lot of files that I can order. Probably also a chain of emails, but I really do have to get this organized. But you know, but this being done with psychiatrists in conjunction with family, and the thing is, somehow I sensed that this was coming from the psychiatrist. I mean, that is to say, some of this shit, I mean, it's just, that's not coming from, you know, two elderly people. I mean, it seems to me that they were being, they were consulting with this person or something and taking direction to do these things. I mean, to stage an event like that, I mean, that's called, you know, it's called psychodrama, and that is done in a closed setting, but you know, you can't do that out in the open. It's called psychodrama. It did induce a breakdown. I mean, well, it didn't induce a breakdown. It did the opposite. I mean, I stood up to it, which means that was like perceived to be psychotic. But when someone has manipulated the reality, that's a psychotic experience. If people are staging a reality in front of you, yes, that's psychotic reality. So I mean, that's illegal, but that's one would think. Well, we'll work it out, but it's just made a video. But I'm looking into if this happens more, but at least apparently it does, because I did see some of these gimmicks, but the people it's happening to, I don't even think know what's happening to them, so what's the difference? I don't know.